Hello everyone, Professor Lohit here. Today we see the lecture number 20 on vertical curves. So, due to the change in a grade in vertical alignment of a highway, it is necessary to introduce vertical curves at an intersection of different grade to smoothen out the vertical profile and thus to ease of the change in gradient for the fast moving vehicles. Basically, the vertical curves used in highway are classified in two categories. One is we call as summit curve and one more called a valley curve. Summit curve is also known as a crest curve with convexity upward, and valley curve is also known as sag curve with the concavity upward. In case of the summit curves with the convexity upward formed in any one of the cases illustrated here. This is examples I illustrated here. The deviation angle, that is n, what we call it, the deviation angle n, the deviation angle n between the two intersecting grade is equal to the algebraic difference between them. Algebraic difference between, there might be any two gradient, there will be algebraic difference between them. Okay, in here there are the four cases. So, here first is when the positive gradient is meeting with again the positive gradient. So, the deviation angle is equal to nothing but positive n1 minus n2. Here in the second case, when the positive gradient is meeting with the level ground. So, deviation angle is nothing but n1 minus n2. n2 is always 0 now. So, it becomes n1 only. Here, when positive gradient is meeting with the negative gradient n1 minus again the negative gradient n1 minus of n1 minus of this negative gradient minus n2. So, that becomes n1 negative negative becomes positive, that becomes n1 plus n2 here. In this scenario, the negative gradient again meeting with the negative gradient, but curve is summit curve only here. Okay, here becomes minus n1 again the minus of minus n2 because the difference of that. Here it becomes minus n1 plus n2, that is nothing but n2 minus n1. That is what they written in the deviation angles. Is it clear? In this scenario, the maximum, when the deviation angle will be maximum when the ascending gradient meets with the descending gradient. In this scenario, the deviation angle will be the maximum. Yeah. So, whenever a fast moving vehicle travels on the summit curves, the centrifugal force act upward. The centrifugal force, whatever is there, the centrifugal force act upward when the vehicle moving on a summit curve against the gravity. Hence, a part of a self weight of the vehicle is relieved. So, whatever suspension will be, it relieved, resulting in reduction in the pressure of the tire, and the suspension springs of the vehicle are released. So, there is no problem of discomfort of a passenger when the vehicle is moving on a summit curve, particularly because the deviation angles on the roads are quite small. Also, if the summit curve is designed to have adequate side distance, because we have the problem to seeing the vehicles which are coming from the far distance. So, the summit curve designed for having the adequate side distance, the length of the summit curve would be long enough to ease the shock due to the gradients what they provided here. The only problem what you find in the design the summit curve is to provide the adequate side distance. That is, the stopping side distance or the absolute minimum side distance should be invariable to be provided all the stretches of the road, and so also the summit curves. As far as possible, the safe overtaking side distance or what you call intermediate side distance are equal to the twice of the what stopping side distance should always available on this kind of the curves for important highways, national highways, state highways. except when the restriction to the overtake have been strictly imposed on the concerned road stretches. Okay, and to calculate the length of the summit curves, we always calculate on the based on the what length of the curve, that is in greater than stopping side distance, less than stopping side distance, or greater than overtaken side distance, or less than overtaken side distance. So this is all about the valley curve. So this is all about the summit curves. Now speaking to the valley curve, the valley curves or a sag curve with the convexity downward are formed in any one of the cases what we shown here, 1, 2, 3, 4. The deviation angle n, that is what I explained in case of the summit curve, between the two intersecting gradients is equal to the algebraic difference them. Among these cases, the maximum possible deviation angle is obtained when the descending gradient meets with the ascending gradient. So here this is the, always you find the maximum possible deviation angle when the descending gradients meets with the ascending gradient, that is given by minus n1 minus of then again into n1 plus n2. How it's going to be? This is nothing but minus n1 minus of plus n2, that is always nothing but minus, I'll take it as common here, it will become like this. Clear? Same thing with this one, negative gradient meeting with a negative gradient, this will be a deviation angle. Negative gradient meeting with the level ground, this is the deviation angle is supposed to be. Again positive gradient meeting with the positive gradient, this is the deviation angle you find. In these scenarios, when you are having the valley curve, as the fast moving vehicles negotiate the valley curve, the centrifugal force developed here acts at a downward additional to the self weight, thus the additional pressure on the suspension system of the vehicle and discomfort of the passenger due to the impact unless the valley curves are properly designed and laid. So therefore the problem of restriction of side distance in valley curve during daylight, no problem, okay, but however during the night driving under the headlights of the vehicles, the side distance available on a valley curve is restricted. If the vehicle is here, okay, its headlights will going to restrict here only, but during daylight you can visible here, okay, but this here you are going to get a problem only in when the scenarios are at the night time. Therefore the important fact to be considered when you designing the valley curve, impact free movement of the vehicles at a design speed or the comfort of the passenger you have to look after, then provide the adequate side distance out of the headlight of the vehicles at the night driving, and the lowest point of the valley curve provides suitable cross drainage facility source to prevent the stagnant of water during the rains. So this is the what you have to look after when you designing the valley curves. Clear? So this is the end of the model 2. Actually when you start learning detailing like horizontal curves and verticals, it takes so many times. I am just concluding seeing to the whatever syllabus prescribed in the video. So if you want to detailing go, then we have the design of the horizontal curves, vertical curves. We've seen the horizontal curves bit, but when you want to learn the verticals, these are the different chapters you can provide, like highway geometry designs, or even if you study add elective highway geometry design in some of the universities. So this is where I conclude this time. If anyone want to learn more designs of the vertical curve and all, you can comment below, so I can make the videos on the detail on vertical curves. Thank you for your patience.